This is GB News. We're live on TV, online and on digital radio. I'm Nana Aquir, and there's always something going on in the royal household. And this week has been no different. And each Saturday, I love to give you a rundown. And who better to do so than royal biographer Angela Levin. Angela.
Hello.
Hello. So what have we got?
Well, what I want to obviously mention something about Harry and Meghan. And my feeling about it is a comment that Harry made, which I think is very dangerous for all of us and him. And he says that it's important for us to meet directly with people, supporting our causes and listening in order to bring about solutions, support and positive change.
What's wrong with that?
Well, there's a lot wrong with that because it's not his job to do that. He is not a royal member of the royal family. He's not working for them. And he is going to start repairing things and handling things and making it all right. And I think this is the implication, that they want to go to other places around and sort of take it over from the king and the family, because they are difficult. It's difficult for them at the moment. They can't go abroad because of the cancer issue. So they're trying to take it away. I think that's why otherwise that their visit wouldn't have been so spread out to all sorts of different things. If they were going to talk about Invictus Games and just Meghan having 43% genes, they wouldn't have had such a broad platform that they talked on. It was all very carefully done, and the royal family go because they're told to by the government. They don't just make up their own mind and pop along. You know, they have to have everything sorted out, like those two, because they need to know exactly what they're doing, exactly who they're talking about, and make sure that they don't commit the country to maybe a country that thinks they still have some power. And I think it's very, very dangerous.
Well, the Nigerians didn't buy into it, actually, and there were many people...
Fortunately not. I mean, they showed how bright they were. They immediately worked it out. But I do think they can still start going around other countries and make it their place and find a reason that it's very special. This is my home, #2, and make it very difficult for the country.
I don't think that will work, that tactic, because nobody's buying it. And I think the elephant in the room, I don't know whether you saw, but they played God Save the King, and Harry and Meghan were forced to stand.
They were absolutely frozen. He hated it.
And
they didn't move their mouths one tiny bit to sing it along.
But it's genius of the Nigerians to put that in there, though. Genius.
Yeah, well, they didn't want to make the king feel out of it.
Exactly.
They wanted to show respect.
Exactly.
Absolutely right. But I still think, I think Meghan is so determined. She has to win, and this is part of her attempt to win and secure things that the royal family can't do. None of her stuff works out in the end. The jam and anything else. But I do think that this is something to be very careful of, and I think the King and Prince William need to be, which I know that they're being very cautious now.
Maybe it's time to strip the titles properly and just let them know that...
That's complicated because it has to be done through Parliament.
Yeah,
but you have to... I think what the idea is that you ring other countries and say, it is not right.
Well, it's dangerous as well. I mean, look, Nigeria does rate as a very dangerous place, although, they spent a lot of money protecting the Sussexes on that trip. So
there's a big demand for a thorough investigation as to who's paid for all of this.
Well, exactly.
Because, they say to the country, is it come out of the country's purse? If so, why not?
Well, what else have we got then?
I'd like to talk about the Lady Gabriella Windsor. She's a delightful woman, and she lost her husband of 4 years very recently. He died, and there's some complicated idea of what he died from.
Yeah.
And it's the royal family are taking her under their arm, and King Charles has asked her if she would like to take part and go on the balcony, and it's be very, very nice for her if she did that, if she felt like it, because the following week there's a service on behalf of his passing. The actual death was very small. There were very few people came, and I thought it would be such a very nice gesture.
Lovely, isn't it?
To bring her in. The other thing I'd like to say is that I love the painting of King Charles. Although it's red,
It's very red, wasn't it?
It's very red, but I thought it was beautifully done, and the face showed everything about him, you know, his happiness, his concern, and the butterfly on his shoulder, which could have been his mother. Lots of people say that a butterfly represents someone who's passed away, and I thought it was absolutely brilliant, and I loved it.
Oh, bless him, he's great, isn't he? Well, listen, also the King, he gave his Colonel-in-Chief army...
Yes,
what
he
was
and
that about, briefly?
William met to do that. He had it when he was a Duke. He's had it for 30 years. He's passed it over to William, an Apache helicopter. And Harry's very annoyed that he thinks he should have done it because he flew them. But he's not a working royal, so he can't. So there.
So there, exactly. Yeah, you're not a working royal anymore, Harry. But anyway, Angela Levin, thank you so much. Always a pleasure to talk to you. That is the royal biographer for Prince Harry, Angela Levin.